Oh my gosh, is this working? There's no way. Wow. Okay, hold on. I need to share this. How do I share this? Public. Share. Oh my gosh. OpenMarch community. All right. We got 0 views. This is going real well. Here's what's gonna happen. Quit that. OpenMarch community. There we go. Boom. Boom. That is not what I want. Top half, bottom half. This is going super well. There we go. Okay. All right. So, here's what we're doing today. Screen and front. First of all, let me get some like music going. Hopefully I don't get like copyright struck for this. Is that like a problem? Royalty-free lo-fi, is that something I can do? Let's just do this. All right. Okay. So welcome to the stream. Here's what we need to do today. I'm gonna write this down. Notepad. Text edit. Quit. Hold on. There we go. All right. Is there a chat that I can see? 'Cause I don't know how to watch this. Stream health, system health, concurrent views, likes. I have 1 like. Let's go. How do I go into the chat? Chat, is this real? I'm a real streamer. ASCII art. First thing of the night. I hate music. None of these are good. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm trying to get the vibe going for this. Gosh, these are such funny fonts. I just want something that I can read. No, not that. I like this one. Kind of looks like a... There we go. All right. Goals. No one can read that. Goals. Set tempo with spacebar. We have that. Set tempo with spacebar while music is playing. Mr. OpenMarch. Oh my gosh. I've realized now that my viewers are Alexi and Diego. This is great. And I have 3 concurrent viewers now. All right, so here are our goals. We want to get the music system in such a way so that people don't need to use music XML. Goal, set tempo with spacebar while music is playing. Cool. There you go. All right. So here's what we're going to do to make this work. I've never seen such a thing done. Here we go. This is some enthralling content, I'm sure. Can you guys hear the music? Because I hope you can, because it is beautiful. All right. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So we need... Here's the TLDR. The TLDR of today is that I need to make sure I don't show you anything. Here's my face for a little bit. Oh, good thing I just hid my screen. I almost doxed David. There we go. Then we have our chat GPTs. Here we go. And then our chat GPT will be here. Perfect. Okay. Now I'm ready. Cool. All right. So, okay. Let's get moving and shaking. So the first thing we need to do is the current streams is lower than recommended. Yeah, chat, just let me know if perfect. Let me know if you can hear me or not. So here's the current deal. I'll turn this music off. Our users are designers. A new thing in OpenMarch is you can like edit pages by dragging them. You see we have counts over here. Let me make this bigger. You have counts. Whoa, that's fine. We have counts here. And we can like make these pages bigger, do that. But say, if that shocked you, it shocked me too. 1 sec. Just gonna turn that down for you guys. There isn't really a way to like have the tempo adjust to the time. Like you can go in. Jesus Christ. You can go in and you can like manually drag all these beats and that changes. But what we really want is something with the space bar. So we can go like something like that. Here's what I'm envisioning though. We don't want get the with the space bar while music is playing. We don't want a user to have to press space bar for every beat. Maybe we have it so like when they press a number on the number pad, if it's going like 1, 2, 3, 4, when they press 4, it fills in all of the beats before it. So instead of going click, 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 you can go click, click, like click, 2, 3, 4, click, 2, 3, 4, click. And the number that you press on the number pad will correlate to how many beats before that it would fill. So if I did 4, that's what it would be. 1, 2, 3, 4. Click, 2, 3, 4. If I wanted to do 2 at a time, I could do 1, 2, 3, 4. Or I could just keep pressing 1 to do that. I think that was the first idea I had, but the first thing we should really do is just get anything like that working. So as I start all new features in OpenMarch, I'm going to turn to the AI. So, sorry, I was in the middle of working on something else, and I really had to like stash all those changes. Okay, so where we're really going to want to see all of this happening is the audio player. The audio player is the thing that is going to have all of the stuff that we're interested in. So we have like our beats, our measures, whether we're playing or not. But what we don't have right now, we don't have we don't have like a current duration of sorts, or like where we actually are in the music, but that because everything is surrounded by this this selected page idea. Like it's just the selection that the page is. So let's go ahead and switch over to actually the editable audio player. I forgot that we did this. Ignore the selected page. We don't want that anymore. And now, audio current time. Audio. What we should do is we need to make sure that there's control. Interact, true. Hide scroll bar, true. Auto scroll, false. What if you make that true? Curious what that will do. Okay. One thing we should do is, let's use Cody for this. I use 2 different AI models, or AI sort of things. One thing I want to do here is add a button to play and pause the audio. Hopefully that just does that, because this isn't too hard of a problem. I don't really trust the AI for God dang, this is why I don't like it. I don't trust the AI for like a lot of very complicated things. God damn. Where is the There we go. Crap. Do not. So the reason I want this to be different is because we're currently using this store called like the is playing store, which is like a global thing to make sure all of the marchers move and everything. But I think we want to disable all of that when we're just editing. Do not use the is playing store. This should be limited to this component. You're right. Instead of using is playing, God damn, I just wanted a button. All right, here we selected audio file. Container. You have timing markers. I'm trying to keep track of what it's doing. Here we go. Disabled. Wave surfer. On click. Here we go. This is what I wanted. Okay. And then we have, where did you put that? Toggle play pause. Put it somewhere. Here it is. There we go. Is audio playing? Oh, that's a separate set of state. Here we go. There you go. Perfect. Let's see how this shapes up. Great. Give it a sec. All right. This isn't what I had in mind, but it works. Okay. There we go. That works. All right. So see, we have this like play, pause thing. I think it sucks, but oh, and it uses the space bar. But what we could do is we could change this to, this is another AI magic trick, watch. Change this to a play pause icon. Take from at media controller playback controls. Cool, there we go. Haha, there we go. Add import, go over, and nothing changed. There we go. That looks ugly as all get out, but it works, and it's better than play, pause, pause. There we go. Oh my gosh, 6 concurrent viewers. Yes, it is the Washington Post-March. Keep up the good work of Alex, if you've not already seen our merch, it is the best way to support. And while I'm coding, I'm also getting merch advertised. I'm so good at multitasking, guys. That's totally me advertising the merch in the chat. Yeah. You know, my favorite part about this stream is that I'm almost certain that like half the people that have watched this have already bought merch, but please buy more merch. Oh, yeah, good point. Hold on. This stream brought to you by the OpenMarch hoodie. Okay. Now that we're open marched up, I think we can turn the nice music back on. All right. So now what we need to do, like I said, that we can play pause. I'm not going to do it again. All right. What we're doing now. Set tempo with spacebar while music is playing. That should happen. Button to delete all beats. Kind of want to do this first, just to get it out of the way. Do we, in the beat class, have a function to delete beats? We do. So, we have, if we have So let's make this function I keep trying to figure out the best coding practices for doing some of this, and then sometimes I catch myself thinking about it longer than it actually takes to solve the problem. I'm sure this, as you call, clean code, but you know, what's I'm an artist. Can I turn my mic up? Yes, I can. Is that better? Please let me know if I'm peaking, because I've had a tendency to peak this mic in the past, so I'm trying to find the right balance. How does that sound? I'm hoping this sounds good. Please let me know if it's bad. I guess I could listen to it. Let me get the monitor out. There we go. Okay. There we go. Is that a good volume for everyone? I can't really hear what the stream is hearing. I'm just hearing, it didn't change. All right, let me turn on my, let me make sure I'm using the right mic. Yeah, I'm using the right mic. How do I turn monitoring on? Boomer tries to learn how to stream. Active. Oh, that's why. How about this? Is this too much? How about this? Is this? This just doesn't seem like a lot. All right, I put the gain up to like 2. Oh, hey, Jenna. This is good. What message was old? Oh, sorry. Oh my gosh, this is really bad. I'm gonna need very live update because the monitoring I have for my mic is like not great. Hold on. This is me talking into the mic so that I can monitor it, and I'm getting a millisecond delay, so it's hard for me to talk. Okay. How about this? Oh, this is good. I don't think I really like this noise gate. Like, does it feel like I'm just popping in? God dang. If only I had a minor in... If only I had a... Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Okay. No, that's not good. There we go. All right, I'm just going to keep that on. Going to turn off monitoring. Okay. Let me know if that's good. I almost turned on my stream. There we go. All right. So you guys really have 5 hours a day to talk to me, and you can't donate $5? Most of the time. Okay, let me turn the Scanscape down. How's that? I want the vibe to be just right. There we go. Sorry, you told me not to touch anything. Great. All right. So our goal, like I said, I set all these goals. Can I highlight stuff? Font, show colors. That is not what I want. This is what we're on right now. Weekend Core's got a Dave for food. But, oh, I see. I don't even have a place to donate if you wanted to donate money. Well, I guess you could buy merch. Yeah, this is good. All right, perfect. Let's do this. Speech, color, writing tools, font, show colors. There you go. Cool. All right. Now that we're here, now I'm ready to get started. Delete all beats. So the first thing we want to do when we delete beats is we have this list of beats here in this beat store. So in this beat store, we can go, because the way we delete beats is in this function. If we want to delete a beat, we need the beat IDs and the function to refresh them. So const beat IDs equals new set beats.map beat.id and then add import. Cool. And then I believe we should const response equals delete beats if response.success equals await response. You know what? Let's not do this. No, let's do this. Async. If response.success toast.success beats deleted successfully, else failed to delete all beats. Perfect. And now we just need to Cody. Let's document this. No, it's pretty, we don't need to document that. It's pretty self-explanatory. Write a button that calls this function, because I am this lazy. That's not where I wanted it, but I guess that's what I get. Reject. Then we're gonna make button. Boom. Delete all beats. BG red. Wait, we have a variant for this. You did not need to go through all this effort. So this is a case where it would have been faster if I just didn't use the AI. All right, cool. Let's switch. Let's get OpenMarch up and running and give it a good old npm run dev. npm run. I don't need to. Okay, well, you can say that. So John just said I don't need to document this. It's self-explainable. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like 7 lines of code, and half of those are if statements. You know what? Just for you, document. I'm kidding. I know you're joking. Great. Now it's 10 lines of code. All right, let's see if we got this to work. Look at how big that is. Let's make this small. Size. What? Compact. There we go. Okay. Let's see if this works. Wait. It shouldn't. Let's make sure before I do this. Beat table. We need to think about something. I should probably be recording this. All right, Alexi, I'm recording this now. I wasn't recording this before, but now I am. Let's. So if we go to the beat table and we go to the delete beat function, this is what's actually happening. We need to make sure the first beat ID and the one at position 1 is not deleted. But I guess it could be. You know what? Doesn't matter that much. But maybe I will change it here. God, this is such bad design. Delete all beats. Beat ID. So let's do beats dot filter beat dot index is greater than 1. Do not delete beat 0 or 1. You know what? Screw it. Let's just see what happens. All right, so my worry is, and the reason I'm saying this, and I feel like I'm not really helping anyone understand what's happening. My worry is that in OpenMarch, when we have two beats that are special. Beat 1 here is uneditable, and there's always going to be a beat 1, right? But also, unbeknownst to you or like the user, or really the developers, honestly, because I forget about it, page 0, which has 0 length, has a beat. It's like beat 0. So as you've seen, I have this hard-coded thing in here that like just deletes the beat with the first beat ID. And there's even like if we look in the actual table, if you want to look at the raw SQL, if you have a raw dog SQL, it's my favorite thing to do, raw dogging SQL. If you look in here, where is it? Beat table. Aha. So this deletion not allowed. No, that's not it either. I'm trying to show you something cool. Show you something that I thought of. I guess not. Never mind. Oh, it's right here. So this prevent beat modification, prevent beat deletion. If you try and modify or delete the first beat, which is 0-ish, then it just doesn't happen. And the reason that needs to happen is because page 0 is special. All beats or all pages need to have a beat of some sort, just because of the way that whoever designed this database did it. He should be fired, whoever he is. And I just needed something there. But let's see what happens. Foreign key. Great. I think this is a problem. Because I think I just opened a can of worms that I don't know how to close. Right. Because all pages need a beat of some sort. Screw it. I'm making a second table. It's going to be called temporary beats because these beats should be the same. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Create beats table. Oh, this is going to be so complicated. Create temporary. No, I shouldn't do this. This should all be in the front end. Okay, watch this. This is what's going to happen. Instead of having beats, we're going to have a button that says we're going to have beats to render. Beats to render or beats to display. Let's do that. Perfect. And then we are going to have an editing mode. Here's what I'm thinking. This is not what we want anymore. Have temporary beats for when the user is creating tempo. Yes. And so the difficulty comes when a user, God, this is why I hate software development, because if a user wants to modify the pages when they, sorry, I'm feeling like this rain is a bit too loud. Should Alex do a 48 coding stream? Yeah. Great. If a user wants to, God damn it. If they want to figure out, my brain is just not working. A user goes into OpenMarch. They create a bunch of pages, and they're like, I don't want those pages anymore. Should you be allowed to go back and like reorient all of the pages, or is that not really something that's going to happen? My guess is that's not really something that's gonna happen, but I'm gonna need to account for it anyway. So, hello? There we go. All right, great. This is good. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to have beats to display, and we are going to have const temporary beats. There you go. And this will be, instead of this will be real or temporary. Real. And then we will have, so we're going to have temporary beats from the users creating tempo. Cool. Redo, should this be called this button? Like when they want to go in and reset the beat they're doing, should it be like redo beat mapping? Redo beat mapping. What is a better way, Mr. ChatGPT? What is a better way to put this? What is a better way to put this for re-timing of these beats? That is the worst thing I've ever seen in my whole life. No, it's all right. Let's just do that for now. Trigger. Yeah, this is very good. Very good. You called the API and everything. Oh, this is so... God, this is the most basic ass function I've ever seen in my life. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to set temporary beats to nothing. Then we are going to set the beats to display to temporary. Trigger. Redo beat mapping. Let's have a div for this, so we have like a grid of some sort. We'll call this like ID timeline editor button container. I don't actually use IDs that much. I'm just using them now so you guys think I'm a good developer. Redo beat mapping. Do you guys ever just like think that you're just faking it all the time? Because that's what I'm doing right now. Just faking. What should I talk about? What do streamers even talk? I feel like when you guys like watch, I watch like streamers. I don't like actually watch people stream, but I watch people like, I listen to like VODs in the car for like hours, and I feel like they always have something to say. And I'm like, wow, this is so interesting that I'm just like consuming and consuming and consuming all this content. But how does one like generate content? You know, like it just, I'm not trying to be like cringily. Oh my gosh, I did not mean to do that. I'm not trying to be like cringily existential. I'm just wondering how people do it. Okay, but that aside, beats to display equals. If we are displaying the real beats, show this button. If we are displaying the other beats, show this button. Save new beats, and then that'll happen in a second. And then beats, update timing marker, beats to display. So the first thing we should do, set temporary beats 0. We need to make sure the first beat is in there. Beats to display equals. You kind of stream? Tell me about it. It's called imposter syndrome. No, I'm okay. I'm not saying it's imposter syndrome, because I've felt in my like 24 years of living. Should Alex do it? Thanks, guys. I'll do that. I don't feel imposter syndrome. It's just like what is the... Do you ever like, you think you're good at something, and it's not like you don't feel like you belong in this area, but you are like looking at other people who you don't know. And I'm not talking about like crazy fit people on TikTok, but I'm saying like you think you've like really made a mark with something you've done, and then you just look at someone else and they've like already done something way better. Like for me, that's like every time I look at a website now, not that I even like call myself a front-end developer, but like boy, I really notice when I'm like at a website and like, wow, this just looks so much better than like anything that I would make. And I like think that with Like I listened to this streamer guy who works at Netflix. I think his name is Prime. Well, that's his streamer name. But he's like talking. Yeah, this guy works at Netflix, like a senior developer. But he's like talking about all these development principles, and I'm like, I don't even like this guy just like knows. Like, what am I supposed to do? Your stupid diploma. I should have more done in 23. I don't know. 23. I feel like I don't even know what we're supposed to get done anymore. It used to be like you have to like, you know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about when people used to like build their own houses. Like build like you just go to the store. Oh, Dad and I are going to the store, and you'd buy a house kit and you'd just like build that. You'd build that shit. And now like I'm looking, at least in Northern Virginia, I'm like, I'm lucky to get a shack for like 600,000. Like what, how are we, I'm just like this isn't even like a oh, housing prices are so bad. It's just like we used to live as such different people. Like now we all just rot all day, and I feel like it's a flex if you know how to use power tools. Maybe I'm this just like the least masculine, the least male thing I could have said, but like I don't know. Like I feel like most people used to be able to build stuff, and now we can't. I'm not saying that's necessarily a bad thing. Like it's not like we weren't. I don't think we were necessarily inherently better for knowing how to build stuff. But it's just different, you know? Real. Yeah, man. If beats to display equals real. Cool. And then, so what's happening here? To explain, if any of you don't know what React is, this thing is called an effect. And an effect basically, whenever anything in this array changes, like the beats or the beats to display or the measures or the temporary beats, whenever any of that changes, it makes this function rerun again to make sure that everything is up to date. Tidy, righty, tidy, lefty, loosey. Yeah, thanks. All right. Okay, this Sparkles and Elmer's glue comment. Do you not feel though like are we not, when you order like a dining table on Amazon, like yeah, they're cheaper now, but this is a great design, Alex. Perfect. And look at how big that button is. That looks so bad. There we go. Oh my god, if you press escape, it'll just delete all of these. That's going to be so bad. Oh, we should save this all to local storage. Let's do that. Eventually. Not right now. But like you get like these tables and stuff on Amazon, and it just like feels like it's made out of sandpaper and dust. Man, I'm just saying the whole world went to shit when the s'mores cereal went off. Like you know what I'm talking about? I know you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm saying the world was fine when these were around. Everything was hunky-dory when this was still here. God, I'm like I'm not joking. I'm like salivating looking at this. This was like my favorite cereal. Like I would buy like, I think I'd buy like 12 boxes of these. And like that's not an exaggeration. Like it is I am dead serious when I say I would buy 12 boxes. Like it's like it's back. Yeah, they're delicious. They were awesome. Okay, what am I doing? Coding? All right, so now we need to, when it's playing, current duration. So here's what we're going to do. Mr. AI, we have is playing. We're going to, this is what we're going to do. Create a keyboard listener that creates a new temporary beat at the current time stamp when the one key is pressed. Yeah, I'm noticing that. Oh, gosh. Sorry, this is like my biggest pet peeve with AI. Like when you ask it for like a tiny thing in this file and it gives me the whole goddamn file again. You are wasted. Like it is like it's like if sorry if I like peaked my mic. It's like if you ask a student a question. You're a math teacher. Picture this. Or you're just a teacher. I know half of you watching are teachers. You ask a student a question. You're a music teacher. You ask a student to play something, and they play the entire piece. You just wanted to hear one measure, and they're like, yeah, but don't you want the other context? Like, yeah, it doesn't take as long. But, like, it was going to keep going to do this. I just need the new code. Bit of context in between. Is there a way in Cody for me to, in some of these chat bots, you can like Cody suggestion settings, Cody extension settings, command settings, open workspace settings. Haha, okay. Cody JSON file. I found this out at work today. You can do this thing. I don't know what to do here. You can like do this thing where you can like tell the AI like you are a lead developer for OpenMarch and this is how OpenMarch is made, and it just gives it a bit more context. That'll be a later problem though. All right. So now that this is here, let's apply this. Handle key down. Handle key. Beat is not an object. Beat is not a class. It is an interface defined in at beat.ts. Not what I wanted. It's right here, right? So we just need to, gosh, dang it. Okay. We need, God, this is not helpful at all. So we need new beat ID. So we need beat, satisfies beat. Let's make the ID negative timestamp. Perfect. Why didn't you just do that in the first place? Oh. This is the problem. The duration should be the amount of time since the last beat. Cool. That's not... Wait. Temporary beats.length.position. No, that's not what I want. Hold on. this is getting. So what we really want is it says not for Mac. Wait, am I dumb? Why can't I download OpenMarch? Brother was crashed out. Oh, perfect. I understand the problem. So the problem is that we need, in order to have a beat, we need to have a duration. Okay. This is going to make a lot of tests break, but I'm going to do this, and I'm going to show off this agentic chat. All right. I want now, the problem is that in order for these beats to work that well, we need a timestamp. So I'm going to use this agent, and I'm going to say add a timestamp value to the beat object. This should be a simple thing to calculate, but I need your help in refactoring the tests and creating new ones. This new value. This stuff is magic. By magic, I mean it magically doesn't do what you want it to. All right, so let's look at the database table definition. So this thing is called agentic chat. If you are unfamiliar with what AI does, or this type of AI, it's not like a new thing, but it's kind of all the rage. It basically tries to delineate, from what I understand, it tries to delineate each task into digestible chunks, and then like an individual like AI that's like an expert in that subject matter or something, like tries to fix it. And sometimes like if OpenMarch was like a real big project, it would like look up documentation and try and find stuff about it. But this, it's just like combing through my code base to try and find any tests that use it. See, so it got timestamp in there. And yeah, whoa. I didn't realize we would need to have an argument there. Let's see if it gets this. We need to fix the editable audio player so that it's using the beat interface. I'm curious if it gets this though. Oh my god, it got it. Now it's up to the timing. Whoa! Oh, and this is a magic thing to watch. Watch this. Copy. See, it's like doing stuff. Copy relative path. So let's run our tests while we're waiting. npx vytest. Well, that works. Is it done? Oh, all these tests are going to fail. Not all of them, but... oh, why are these failing? Those really shouldn't be failing. .ts file doesn't mean the arrow was inside it. Oh, it's because ah! That's just my fault. It's because I put cannot read property of null and save. That's my fault. It's not because the code is broken. It's because I wrote bad code that isn't testable. And gosh, okay, but that seems like it works. So now we just have a timestamp object. Perfect. Okay. So that changed it changed all this code, and look, it wrote all these new tests. The future's now. Truly, the AI isn't perfect, but it actually has significantly changed the way I work. I think of code as blocks now. But it makes it really easy to write really, really bad code. So let's make the duration so we should make the duration dot slice const new. So we have current time, wavesurfer.get current time. Const, we need a new previous beat. The previous beat. No, it's not that. It's just temporary beats dot last. Thank you, Jenna. And coding. Yeah, I need luck. I need luck streaming. It's I don't get how people do this professionally. I'm feeling like I have to keep talking, which I'm good at talking. No, that's not right. I'm good at yapping. And the difference is I feel like when I'm talking, people care about what I have to say, but yapping, which is what I tend to do, people don't care what I have to say. That's fine. So new previous beat. Do I really have to make all of these read only? Yeah, let's do it. Current time. Temporary beats dot length. Timestamp. So what we're doing here is we are making the duration of this beat, which is what we really care about. The current time minus the current time, which is where the player is from left to right, minus the timestamp of the previous beat. Cool. All right. Last beat time. Equals wavesurfer dot get length total time. Can we do shit? Switch AI assistants. We're in Cody mode now. Cody, the other one I was using is called Augment. Make this the remaining time for the make this the remaining time of the waveform. Perfect. Temp time. Duration equals temp duration. Current time equals current time. Notes equals null. ID equals that. And then set temporary beats. Rev dot slice. Okay, let's hope this works. I should really separate this into a different function. New previous beat. Separate. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say this. Stop that. Separate this into a pure function so that it is easier to test. I'm a huge, huge fan of pure functions. Pure functions are, here we go. Huge fan of pure functions. Pure functions are basically, if you don't know what they are just whatever comes in always comes out. So the problem with this function that I have right now is that there's a lot of side effects, meaning that when I want to eventually test this, okay, well, I need to get this wave for instance. I need to make sure this is right. I need to make sure this is right. I need to make sure this is right. And it just doesn't really work that well. Should update display. When would this be false? Oh, I understand. Here we go. All right, so we're gonna take this out so we can test this. And then we're going to write a test for this. Then in the component. Handle key down. Perfect. Now, write a test for this function. Oh, wait, I should totally oh, it knows to use vytest. Thank God. Sometimes it doesn't really want to use vytest. Okay, well, that's working. You can work there. Handle key down. Where does this go? Handle key down is declared, but its value never used. Where do I put this? Where do I put this? I'm the one that asked it to make it. Great. Is this good? Tests. Oh, perfect. And now we check if this test passed. Well, first, let's look at it. And the only reason I'm looking at this test is because I'm on a stream right now. And I want you guys to think that I look at these tests. So it should return empty array and false when no existing beats arrange. So we have a current time, we have a total duration, existing temporary beats. Nothing should happen. That's true. Existing temporary beats. It should expect the new beats to be 2, that's true. Expect, yep. 1 to be position. Why do you think that that's what that is? That's not what that is. This is why you need to check, because that was position is not the duration. There's a lot of stupid things in this. Stupid things is an I put, like there's a position, there's an index, there's a duration. Lots of whoever coded this should be shot. I should be shot. 3. I think. All right, let's see. Nope. 5? That is not right. This is why we check. No, that's why we check. The position is just existing temporary beats. That's not it either. Unless I did it, I don't really care. Two? Oh, that's fair, actually. That's not right. I know that's not right. Yeah, let's just make it dot length. Okay, because it was being length plus 1, and it's a zero arrays or 0 indexing, so that means to the open. Yeah, yeah, sure. To answer your question, John, about the translations branch, I gave you write access earlier today. I'm sure you saw that. There we go. 106 expected positions to be 2. There we go, passed. But that's why we check that. Now here's the question. Where do I put this? Whoops. Where do I put this? I know it's like some you have to add action thing. I just forgot how it works. Yep, see, it was that easy. I just forgot how it works. Now the key thing, if you're a young and aspiring developer, that I have learned is the easiest thing to do in React, because it's easy to mess up a lot of stuff in React. I'm like trying to learn others. Trying to learn other front-end frameworks. I tried HTMX the other day. I really want to learn it. I really want to get better at that, and like Rust and stuff. You gotta return your event listeners. You gotta remove the event listeners on the use effect hooks. You gotta do this. If you don't do this, you're in for a real bad time. Maybe that's obvious to some, but there's no one like if I delete this, no one's gonna yell at me. There really should be like a, I don't know, that'd probably be pretty hard to code, but like some sort of thing to say, like if you have an event, add an event listener and a use effect hooked, for something like that to happen. So we need to do like if is playing. If is audio playing. That's not what I want at all. That's not where I want it. Event key and wave surfer. Yeah, you didn't see that. I don't even know what that looked like. My like mic flipped over. Okay, you know what? Sorry, I got sick of the, there we go, that's better. Oh, I love this song. or this. I love how relaxing this is. What you guys are experiencing with me right now, this song, and like this screen, besides like all this yellow shit, this is like most of my nights. This is like a typical Alex thing. Is just like Skyrim music, OpenMarch, my bottle of water. Maybe bourbon. I actually have not been drinking as much recently. Like by recently, I mean like for months. Like I haven't drunk a lot in a lot of months. Okay. I think this is good. Don't forget the ASCII. Yeah. Actually, when I first tried to stream, like I couldn't like I did something on Discord. I did have this, like I put this up and it like kind of lingered on my desktop for a while and I didn't really want to close it. So it just stayed. This is probably going to like stay open on my desktop. Okay, but sorry, I've been procrastinating. We're ready to try this. All right, brace your eardrums, everyone. It's time for the Washington Post. I'm like so nervous. Oh my gosh! Look at that! It's not gonna scroll. It's gone. I can't see it. Wow. And if I press 1, I'm pressing 1 a lot right now. That really should not be working. That's okay, but if I like, whoa! Look at that! Oh my god. Can I get like something in chat to like acknowledge that you guys are like living this moment with me right now? Like maybe this is like, oh, you've been this is a very simple feature you just added. I've been like picturing this in my head for months now. Like this is I have been very like this is going to happen at some point. There's going to be a better way to add music. And this is it. Thank you. Thank you, John. I know there's 12 of you watching. Started streaming. I mean, unless there's like 2 of you watching. Okay. So what we should do is, well, first of all, it doesn't matter. Let's get out of here. First of all, we should commit our changes because we did a good amount. Beats can add beats with spacebar. Nope. Add beats with spacebar. 1 key. Beats do not save yet. Cool. The reason I'm using the stream branch and not the new music branch is because there was like some keyboard shortcut thing I was in the middle of working on. And it like broke some stuff, so I like didn't really want to deal with that before. But I did want to stream tonight. I did want to do that. Nothing like the OpenMarch account responding to me. Great. Have the OpenMarch people notice me. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Oh, I need to make sure I don't run out of storage. I'm probably using jiggly bytes worth of storage for this video that I'm uploading, or this VOD that I'm making. Okay. Yeah, man. So many men. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do now. Have temporary. This is done. Goals. it's important to keep your goals when you like finish your goals, like it's important to keep them like not erased so you like have a sense of progress. I would like to cross them out, but I can't do that in this. Hold on, you're gonna see all my face for a second. Sticky notes. JK, we're not doing that because sticky notes don't. Then you know how you can like cross out text? Cross out text. That looks great. Thanks. All right. Yeah, that looks really good. Thanks, saygeorge.com for crossing out all this text for me. All right. So for this, I'm imagining it's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe it'll go all the way up to 8. Change this. Let's turn the music back on. All right, there we go. Again, let me know if the audio's bad or too much. How do I check if something is numeric? I don't want to. Here, I'll take you on this journey with me. All right, so how to check if in TypeScript, how to check if a string is a numeric. Evaluates to 9. So the way to convert a string is with number, not parse float. This works? God, I'd learn something new about TypeScript every day. Oh, I understand. Okay, so if event.key const event num equals number event.key. If not is nan event num and event num is greater than 0, then we're going to go here. Okay, now that we're here, depending on the number that we, thank you, isnan, depending on the, thank you, John, the number that we press, it should determine how many beats we create. So if I press 4, for example, I want to create 4 beats up to where I just was. So this is a classic for let I. Are you guys let enjoyers or var enjoyers? Because I don't think I've ever used var for anything, but I'm also not like a seasoned. I wouldn't call myself like hyper experienced. I'm definitely a let enjoyer. Okay. Yeah, I don't. What do you even use var for? I like keep Googling it every now and then to remember, and then it's never important enough that I need to remember. Okay, these don't need to be in the loop. Oh, this should be great point. Okay. This should be in the function now. So this should be temporary beats. This shouldn't be in here. This should be in this function. Num beats. If console.warn so we should have like const new beats equals a beat. New beat is a list of beats equals that. Temp duration. Oh, that's not what we actually want. We want this. So this new beat isn't actually what's interesting. It's this old beat. Oh, but... Oh, wow, this is tricky. Okay. 4. So we're going to need... Oh, I understand. Okay, I got it. New beats equals... So this will be create an array of new beats with the last beat as beat. This is the most confusing comment I've ever read in my life. Create a new array of beats with the last beat as the first beat. Okay. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to loop the amount of creations that we have. No beats. This is good. This is good. All right. So we need to make sure. If no beats exist, we can't update anything. That's true. Great. Okay, perfect. We already have that check. That's good. 4. Let I in num beats. This is where the real magic is going to happen. Const new. We don't need this const anymore. We can just put it here. We also don't need this because we're going to do this. What is it going to be? It's going to be new beats.push. the duration, current beat dot last timestamp. Oh, that's not what we want at all. So we want const new duration equals this. Make this the last beat. So now we have a last beat, we have new beats, which is that, and we have a new duration, which is the last beat dot timestamp. And then what we have here is this duration is going to be new duration divided by num beats, and then the timestamp. Yes, you understand what I am getting at. But instead of dividing twice, we can just use const duration to use. There you go. Do that. Boom. All right. Wrap those in parentheses. Style doesn't care. Now we're failing our tests. That's fine. We need to refactor these tests anyway because we changed it. Document this code. Perfect. Pretty good. Cool. So then this will be new beats dot push. We don't need that satisfies anymore. Cool. Perfect. All right. And now let us new chat. Cool. I don't know why you opened it there and you didn't even get the right stuff. All right. The magic of AI. And this is why I am investing. This is cool. So Cody lets you like have your own prompts. So this is a prompt that I made custom for this project. It's like pretty basic. I kind of want to play a lot with like the context of this. Like I did something, I mentioned this earlier, but I did something at work today where you can like kind of spend a lot of time giving this like system prompt to an AI to make it like really understand how the code base works. So like a lot of the problems I have in AI, like when I'm using a chatbot to help me, is it like does things in a way that like it is kind of right, but it's not like consistent with what the code base is doing, which can get really, really frustrating. I've been working at trying to like make that consistent and something that's like, you know, actually usable. And it's been really helpful so far. And all the tests passed. Let's give them a good look-see. Should return empty beats and false. That's good. Should return empty beats and unknown beats is less than or equal to 1. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I'm checking for position. Let's give a good check for position just in case. 1 dot position. There you go. I'm sure that works. Perfect. Cool. All right, I got all of that. All right, let's see. All right, showtime. I'm thinking this is gonna work. Are you guys ready? Can I get acknowledgement in the chat when we're ready? Ready? Well, nope, that did not work. That was not as exciting as I thought it was going to be. So, that is difficult. Okay. Oh, not only is it not working, it's not the old one isn't working either. So like me pressing 1 really doesn't work. Oh, Trevor, I hope you didn't just join. It was like working really well earlier. Rewind the stream whenever there's like, if you can see the noise, whenever you see a noise peak. All right, let's see what's happening. Create new temporary beats. Well, like let's just print out what it's doing. Because the tests seem reasonable. Yeah, I know it's cut time, but I'm just I 1, 2, 3, 4, da 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 da. Okay, but cut time is still 4. Cut time is just 4 but faster. Oh, okay. I actually had this like talk with someone who was helping me with the parser. I was like, I thought cut time was like 2. I thought cut time was like 2 2. No, cut time is 2 2. Sorry, I thought cut time was like, okay, now I understand. The thing I was confused about was that cut time like changed the tempo. Like if you were in common time and then you went into cut time, it would like, if you were in common time and then you went into cut time, I thought it was gonna like cut the tempo, like double it. But it's just, if you had the same music in common and cut time, it's actually the same writing. It's just the way you do it is different. I'm sure that's very obvious, but to me it wasn't at the time. I messed it up. Okay, what's happening? Okay. There we go. Okay, let's see what happened. Timestamp 4. This is pretty reasonable. Oh, it's because of the freaking duration. God, this is why you don't let AI do stuff. Current time. What is the current time? All right, let's look at these tests. That's the first place I'm going to look. Okay, so if we have current time, and we have let's do this. Current time is 10. Total duration is 60. Position 1. Duration 5. Timestamp 5. Numbeats 1. Create new temporary beat. Current time. Total duration. Existing temporary beats. Numbeats. Let's change this to like num new beats. Num new beats. Okay. Yeah, you don't need to do this anymore. when we are, and this is here, expecting the duration to be, the current time is 10. I'm expecting this to be 5. Let's get rid of the arithmetic. It's wrong, okay. Haha! And that's why expect results dot duration to be okay. To be close to, if you're not sure what to be close to means, is just like, oh, I could also just do that. It's a good point. There you go. So why is this 50? This should not be 50. Let's hop in there and see what's going on. Debug. Uh-oh. Here we go. Thought I lost the debugger for a second. It's kind of concerning that that didn't go through. New beats. Oh, that's because... Duh. Wait. No, not duh. Hold on. Debug. You gotta catch it before it gets there. There you go. Alright. New num beats. Perfect. Alright, last beat. That's what we're looking for. New beats. Okay. Oh, why did I... No, that's not what I want at all. Why did that even go to 1? Oh, I forgot. You can't just like... God damn it. Okay, here we go. Comment. Give it to me. Give it to me. Where's that play button? There we go. We're going in. Duration to use. 5. Perfect. Temp duration. New beats push. We have 3. Duration. 50. That works. Wait a minute. No, that doesn't work. Where is he getting this extra beat from? So we have 0. I think I understand the issue. So Oh, okay. I think I'm shifting where the last beat is. So this just shouldn't exist. Does that make the test pass? Makes more test pass. I see. This should be 45. That makes sense. Because it's just doing the duration of the whole thing. Now 1 is failing. Should be 50. 79. Oh. I understand. Cool. Alright. Game time. If you weren't paying attention to the stream now is the time to pay attention to the stream. Oh, I looked at the, I was looking at the Skyrim music I was watching, and because I've been looking at the watch count, kind of hover between 6 and 12, and I looked at the Skyrim one, and it said 11 million, and I'm like, oh, we got 11 viewers, and then I looked at the M, and I was like, huh? I was very confused for a second. I don't think 11 people will ever know about OpenMarch, let alone watch a stream. All right, you guys ready? Well, 1 doesn't even work. We're doing great. It's because I'm probably updating these beats wrong. Oh, I understand. It should be existing temporary beats dot slice. And then that's going to make all these tests fail. Or it should. But that's okay because we need to fix them. Made all the tests pass. That means I wrote bad tests. It should add beats and without affecting earlier beats. This should be 50, and then this should be... Yeah, I was accidentally not adding all of the beats back, so it was constantly, it wasn't doing a great job. To be 15? No, 10. There you go. Stop. All right. And if I make this empty now, that should fail. If I make this empty now, that should fail. Why did it not fail? Oh. That should fail. Perfect, that failed. Now this should pass. It failed. It's great. It is great. 5. Why 5? Oh, I understand the problem. Oh, yes, because this is there. Yes, that makes sense. What is this, 45? Yeah, okay. Pass. Okay, we're passing. And now if this goes empty, the reason I'm doing this for you aspiring developers is when you find a bug like that, like when you find like, this was doing the wrong thing, that's a new test case. Every time you find something that's going wrong and you fix it, you need to add a test in any way you can to make sure that it doesn't happen again. Okay. Now, everyone pay attention to the stream. Now we're locked in. Let's go! All right, but that's not what we really cared about. What we really cared about is this. Ready? Nope. Ready? That's crazy. So if we wanted to switch to instead something like it's still not scrolling automatically. That's very unhelpful that this is like this. But wait, that works. Hold on. This is amazing. This is exactly what I wanted it to be. So imagine you're doing it. All right, okay. Oh, if there was like a click track of some sort, that would be great. But you don't know what it would be because we don't know what the tempo is. So redo beat mapping. I'm going on the off beats. I'm like going but da 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 da. That's what it is. So it should be like this. Da. So, the keen idiot among you might say, well, this is kind of stupid. Why don't you just have it be able to set a tempo? You can do that. The purpose of this particular feature is not to be the main way that people input tempo. In fact, I hope people don't use it that much. But the reason we need something like this is because if you have like something I'm imagining I really want people to do with OpenMarch is like take your favorite DCI show or WGI show and like have tempo in there in some way. If you can just click that, like instead of needing to, if you can just click that instead of needing to make it like figure out the tempo and automatically detect it and everything, like I think this will just make it a lot easier. What I do need help with though is making this UI better and like a guide of some sort, like, oh, press these keys to do this. Currently what I'm doing is every time you press a number, when you press that number, it creates that many beats behind that beat. So I'll start again and I'll show you. And I'll try and maybe I'll make this smaller so you can really see what's happening. So, sorry. When we start, the first thing I'm going to do is just create one beat at a time. every time I clicked, I created a whole beat. But if I pressed 2 now, it creates 2 beats behind my cursor. Now, if I press 3, it divides the beats into 3. Same thing if I do 5, or if I do like 8, or even like 9. Check that out. That's interesting. It's like constantly refreshing. You guys see that? That's what happens when you hold it. We should probably have like a timer of some sort. Wow. Do you see how like slowly it's rendering it? But that like I was holding 9 for like a very long time. I'm still holding 9. All right, let's get rid of that. Oh no, I crashed it. There you go. So perhaps we should set a limit. But first what we should do is we should cross this off our list because we're done with this. Put this into the strikethrough.com. There we go. Boom. Now it's official. Now we've gotten everything on our list done for tonight. And pressing multiple keys. No, pressing numerical keys creates multiple beats. Great. That's awesome. If my, hold on, seconds to BPM. Hopefully I don't get any weird ads. Omni calculator, creator, time signature, measure duration. All right, so I think it's pretty safe to assume that no one's ever going to make something like this. So make it so, I'm going to change this. So it's just going to happen. Limit the amount a key can be handled to 10. No, 0.1 seconds is still too much. Let's do to 5 times per second. A debounce mechanism, but don't give me all the code. I don't need all of it. I just need some of it. I just need a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. What if I like my own stream? Oh, I just realized I've been watching this stream on like my personal account. That's I've been watching the chat. So one of the viewers has always been me this whole time. Is anyone watching this? Can you finish up? You are like taking so long. All right, let's see what you came up with. If it's nan. Yeah, that's all you needed to do. I just needed you to do this. Whoa. Handle key down. Here we go. And then we need this. Because I do imagine that people are going to press it faster than that. Okay. So let's also make it so that this only happens when it's here. Because we don't want that throttle to apply when they like maybe want to pause eventually. Okay. If, else, if, event dot key equals space there you go, that makes sense. Toggle play pause was used before it's defined. Oh, of course it was. Ugh, are you kidding me? You're really gonna... Do I really need to use this? I don't need to use this. I actually learned recently about why I don't need to use these. Maybe I do need to use these. Use effect makes the dependency of the use effect hook. No, I do need to do that. You're right. Because it's going into another thing. Oh, gosh. I do need to use that. Yeah, wrap this in a use callback hook, and then do this, and then it's fine. It's fine. Okay. You da do 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 do. All right. What was I doing? I forgot what I like. I blanked out for a second. I like looked at my portable hard drive, and then I looked at my screen, and then I forgot what I was doing. What was I in the middle of? What did I change? Oh yeah, we're making this easier now. Oh, we limited what? Yeah, we limited how much they could do that. Yeah, of course. Okay. Oh, one thing we should do is we should make it so when we toggle, I kind of want to add these to local storage. Is that bad? How much can I add to local storage? Is writing to local storage slow? Is that a problem? What about IndexedDB? Here we go. I do not need this. Local storage limit. I understand what I need to do. I need to store a list of beats and just their durations. So, whenever a key is down, set beats to display. Yeah, I guess I don't really need this. I should probably go to bed soon. Let me turn the music back on. Yeah, I was expecting that. This is what's going to happen here. Remove should update display from these tests. The function now only returns an array. Handle key down. Oh yes, when we set let's make this class name equals grid. And let's give it a gap of like 4 or something. Make that nice. No, let's give it flex. Flex gap 4. Grid would be nice. You know what? I'll let John or Jacob fix this because I don't really know how to make this look pretty. Delete all beats. There we go. All right. Restart. And this, I'm just going to do this. Negative. There we go. This dot there a reason I need to do this? We're going to trigger this. Okay. So when we, sorry, I realized I went quiet. But what basically we're trying to do is when we start editing the beats, we want to make sure we have beat 1 there, so we're not forgetting about it. Oh, did you finish this? Fly this? Perfect. Thank you. So if we want to restart, do that. If we want to save, let's make sure this works. Look, I updated it so you can only go so fast. You know what, I should make that bigger. Just in case, because I was already feeling like kind of a drag with that. Yeah, this is plenty fast. Okay, let's make this even more. So I think all that really matters is that you can't hold the button. That's not helpful. All right. Current time. If new duration is less than 0.0, 5. This is to prevent overload. Not on the server, there's no server. If new duration now that's a good idea. Good job, Alex. Stepping on its toes with this spacebar thing. Shut up. I shouldn't have done this spacebar thing. I don't think it actually needs that. So we don't need this throttle interval either. Meaning we also don't need this. Now that makes me happier than deleting code. Alright. It's gone. Let's make this size compact. Here's the problem. Where do we assign these new pages to? Let's just do it. But first, let's get this out. Add throttle to prevent massive beat creation. I think the next step, what did I not save? Are the tests passing? Yes. The next step is to make it so that when we save the beats, they actually apply. The only problem is, this is doable. Here's how this is going to work. Okay. So we need to update the beats first so that the ones attached to the page get updated, and then we need to create the new beats. Export const get new beat objects, new beats, beat, old beats, beat, pages, This is what we, again, in the business call a pure function. It's not gonna need anything. I also like to use destructured objects. Okay. Oh, no common sense is here. Hello, what's up? Okay. So what we really want to do is we want to find the beats that are closest to the other ones. What we're going to do then first is let's see what the AI has to say about it. Find the new beats that have the closest timestamp to the old beats. Okay, it's giving me gibberish. No, this is not. This is really bad. That's bad. Okay. All right, Cody, tap out. Augment, your turn. Sponsored by Augment Code. Not really sponsored by Augment Code. You're chill with the agent chat. I don't need that right now. I really don't need that right now. Extract the create or part of this function. Create an array. Create a function that will be used in this one to find the closest new beat by timestamp to the old beats. All right, let's see how this works. I'll need you to ensure that this new array where the closest beat was found does not have any duplicates. Cool. So this really shouldn't, so basically what I'm doing here, if you're just checking in, or if you haven't been paying attention, I'm barely paying attention, is there is a case, ideally when someone sets the tempo in OpenMarch, it's happening before they make any pages, but there might be a case where they want to change it or they just want to redo the tempo, and in that case, I want to assign the page to the beat that is closest to the old one. The thing about the new music system that I've made is that pages cannot exist without beats. Like in OpenMarch right now, you can just create as many pages as you want. Doesn't matter. Just create a bunch of pages. Now it's the opposite. Now you have to create beats first so that there's some sort of timing in there. It's a bit annoying at the start, but it does make like the timing actually absolute. Yes, it does that. Okay. So we got this new helper function. Available beats, beats.filter. That's not really a... I guess we could do that, that's fine. rather than filtering, I think this is a bad approach because it's filtering all the beats at the start, where I think we could get a bit more performance if we do that. Rather than filtering all of the beats at the start. No. I think it's right here, actually. No, it's right. Where is... Let's just put this here. Editable audio player utils.ts. Love a good .ts file. Much better than .tsx. TSX makes me just go, ooh. There you go. And then we will, let's get rid of these. If you can separate your raw TypeScript, I like doing that. We need to change our tests though, because they're all gonna fail. Editable audio player utils .test. Utils. It was always from utils. Here we go. All right. Export. Match old to new beats. But I understand the problem because we need the page one first. We need pages. So beat IDs with pages. There you go. If you don't know, my favorite thing is using sets. I'm a big set fan, big set enjoyer. Sets are like lists, but you don't care what the order is. And I think sets are very underused, but I also think sets are pretty annoying to like interface with, and lists are just kind of built in. Like if I want to make an empty list, like I do const empty equals that, but if I want to do an empty set, I have to do this bullshit. So if it was just brackets, that'd be great. I understand why it's not, but okay. Used beat IDs. That's not what I need. I'm trying to like figure out what I'm doing. I got it. So for const beat ID in beat IDs with pages. Is it of or in? It's of. Yeah, that'll get you. That'll get you in TypeScript. That stupid of thing. This function shouldn't really care. It just doing that. And it's going to return this will be called get updated beat objects. That is not at all what this is. It's old beats. Oh, this is so stupid. Okay. It has to be const old. This is why you need to be careful. Because it'll try and do this shit. Like, this looks right. Old beats ID, like old beats indexed by beat ID. But the beat ID is not the index. The beat ID is just some random ass number that SQLite came up with. It's not the index. Don't fall for it. It is though. Old beats map dot get beat ID, and I know it's right. I'm willing to risk this error. The reason I used a map instead of find, if you're curious, when a very simple thing that you might do is you might do like old beats dot find, and then it'll do this for beat ID because that. But the problem with that is that it's looping through the entire thing, so it's like whether it's at the start or the end, it's not really gonna care. Where a set is much faster. It's like hash tables. I learned about it in school. Like, as in, that's not a flex. As in, I learned about why it was faster in school, and I understand like conceptually why it is. But me explaining it to you right now, I couldn't do it. But I know they're faster. Okay. Closest beat. Used beat IDs. Closest new beat. It's not really an option for this to be null. If not closest beat, just continue, I guess. No, you should just return. All pages must assigned to them. Okay. Console.error. Output. Closest new beat. We're going to do this, but we're going to do ID equals, this will be old beat ID. Old beat ID, perfect. Cool. I think I'm pretty close. All right, I think I am going to log off for this stream for right now, or just, for the night. I'll probably do more of these soon. I think they're fun. I like kind of talking through what I'm doing. I didn't realize this was a 2-hour stream. Whoops. So yeah. thank you for coming to my Let's Play. Please buy some merch, support Patreon, stay active on the Discord, even if you're just chatting about random things. I do read it, and it's super nice. So, yeah, I think we got a lot done tonight. Sorry, I, abruptly stopped. I just, looked at the time, and I think I really need to log off because I could do this. I could do this until 2 a.m., and I have done that by accident before. So yeah.